Hi, hi HauzPlant fam. Hi Cookie fam. Welcome. Ooh, I think my lips look a little dry. How are you all on this Thursday night? I love, well, not love, but I'm enjoying going live on Thursday nights because we know tomorrow's Friday, and after Friday it's the weekend. So I'm that glimmer of hope, right? Before a good old, peaceful weekend and whatever, it doesn't matter. Hi, Botanical Bags. Hi, Felicia. Felicia. How you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, you all, my eye, I think I have a little like thing in it, like a little bump thing, so I feel like it's tweaking right now. How are you, Aaliyah? Hi, Wesley. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jasmine. How are you all? Let me pull up the comment section on my phone so I can be, yeah, Sty. Oh, hi, Diane and Diane's mom. Hi, Mom. My mom is watching me. Oh my gosh. So I want to talk about a few things, as always, on my IG on Thursdays, like the last couple of lives I've done. Hi, Monica. So I have those topics in front of me, and I also just want to talk about yesterday's insane madness ruling. Ridiculous. I can't believe. Thank you, Mom. When your mom is supporting you, though, that's love. That's love. Hi, Mom. So, Breonna Taylor, everyone. I have some notes in front of me in my phone, too. Yes, Ben, that's the first topic we're going to talk about. We're going to say her name. She is the first topic of discussion, okay? She is the main point of this video. Before the ruling yesterday, I'm conjuring up things I want to talk about and also waiting for Thursday to ask you all, and then this happened. So, Breonna Taylor's murderers were not convicted of murdering her, cold-blooded, in her apartment, innocent, and I don't understand how. So the fact that an entire juror, their decision was based on one eyewitness that wasn't even there witnessing it with their eyes, okay? One eyewitness that heard the police, saying police before they entered into her home and fired 20 rounds of bullets inside of her home. And might I add, outside, because I don't understand how a police officer is shooting all over. This doesn't make sense. And remember that part that I said about that shot that went outside of her apartment. They fired 20 rounds and 5 of them ended up inside of Breonna Taylor. And after months of just trials, they were not convicted of her murder. Yet, we will say his name. Oh my gosh, you all, this is just insane. They were accused, well, just one of them was convicted because they fired a shot outside into another neighbor's apartment And that is why he got his sentencing. Oh my gosh. I'm reading the comments right because I can't see it on my screen. Is this insanity? This is crazy. They suspect that there's another individual who Breonna Taylor was associated with. What is his name? What is it? Who is he? I'm gonna say his name correctly. Glover. He had some association with Breonna Taylor, and he had association with her. And honestly, let me just put my phone away for a little bit. This is why they say be careful who you associate yourself with, because she was associated with someone, and because of her association, her life was taken away because she presumably received a package from an ex of hers who she was not with for 2 years, right? And because he was seen leaving her house with a package and her car was near his home, they added her home into a list of a no-knock, basically search warrant. Okay, this is what happened. A no-knock search warrant. And before the raid happened, the knock search warrant was in place. So it went from a no-knock to you have to knock and announce yourself. Walker, her boyfriend, he's the only other person. She's not there to give her side of the story. He didn't hear police. And because of one eyewitness who did not even witness it with their eyes, they allegedly heard that the police announced themselves and then entered the home. And I'm sorry, if you hear people just budging into your house, you're gonna defend yourself. And I don't understand the system. I don't understand. And he's probably gonna get out early. No, so it said was updated to, and then it said knock. So at first it said no knock, and then it was updated to knock. So the police department had to have gotten an email. My job, I get emails when things change, because when things change, you have to know the updates. Because if you don't know the updates and you act upon false information, guess who gets in trouble? You do. And in this case, they did not get in trouble for their actions. They got in trouble because of someone else who did not even get hurt. Let me pull up the IG comments, right? The YouTube comments. So okay, I'm gonna go from the beginning. Hi, Botanical Bex, Felicia, Aaliyah, Wesley, Diane, Jasmine, Monica, Mom, Ben, Jane. Yes, so that's everyone in currently that has commented. Hi, everyone. Hi. So let's see. The white neighbor's apartment, no charge for black neighbor's apartment. Yes, no charge for the black neighbors, no charge for Breonna Taylor, no charge for the police who murdered her. Only one was sentenced. Okay. Sorry, not sentenced, convicted. Yes, Dawn said we are so disrespected in this country. Yes, Ben Price, I am talking pure facts. You have to come with the facts, honestly. So, I don't understand how in this country we think it's okay because you're awarding her family, I believe, $12 million or $13 million, that it makes things okay when there has been no sort of justice. Money doesn't give you justice. Money doesn't bring her back. Money doesn't put that pain, that lack, that void. Money does not fill that void. Money comes and goes, but life comes and goes once. That's it. You have one life to live. You can always make money, you will always lose money. We name a street after Breonna Taylor. Thank you for commemorating her. But why are her murderers not in prison? Even like, okay, so those two lawyers, right, that during the George Floyd protest, when they were going down the gated community just protesting, they came out with their ammunition, their guns, to shoot the protesters and tell them, yo, do not do this. Like, that is okay. That's self-defense, you know. That's self-defense. But somebody breaking and entering into your home does not constitute as self-defense because it's a police who were not following the orders, the updated orders that were put in place. I don't like, this is what is happening. If you live out of the country, or if you don't keep up with, you know, this particular story, this is what is happening currently in America. New York is in an uproar. Protests have been going from where I work to where I live. It is just, people are tired all over the country. We are tired. I am a black female living in this country. She was an EMT. She saved lives for a living, people. She saved lives for a living. What is that word? A sad turn of events. She as an EMT needed the EMTs. And unfortunately, she was not able to be saved because they loaded her body up with 5 bullets. So this is what we need to think about. The upcoming election. How can we change things? We need to vote. We need to make smart choices. Yo, people like Snoop Dogg, or I don't know, some co-workers who say they don't vote, but this year they're gonna vote. What the freak do you mean you don't vote? You have the right to vote. But then you have people like Mike Tyson, who, because he was, you know, in prison for 6 years, you know, for whatever his situation, you know, I don't want to really touch base upon that because this is not what this is about. You know, he's getting that right to vote now. They're pardoning prisoners, you know, in his state, and he's able to get that right, and he's going to exercise that right. So I applaud him. I also applaud, you know what, even though Snoop Dogg wasn't voting for, we need to vote now. If you can vote, vote. I am an immigrant. I immigrated into this country in the year 2000 from Haiti, and I became a naturalized citizen in 2011. So you know what, I made sure I voted when I got the chance. So please exercise your right to vote, not only for presidential elections, for local elections, for small things. And going back to the apartment, the one witness, I'm sorry, there's a very high possibility of being threatened. Yo, listen, you better, say this or else bad things happen to, people who say too much sometimes. So they could have been coerced, persuaded. And an entire juror, I don't understand. I my first year of being an American citizen, I got selected to be a juror, and I worked on a case, and the case that I worked on, ultimately, I felt like people just didn't want to be here. People wanted to make the decision, the easy way so they could stop coming in, and I'm like, being on the other side of it, being the person having to make the decision, I was like, no, I can't agree with you. This doesn't make any sense. So you all would just rather make the easy decision so you could stop coming in because you don't want to be at jury duty. So I don't know if this is what those jurors were doing, and if you are one of those jurors watching my, like, I hope you feel good about yourself at the end of the day, knowing that the decision that you made was not the right decision. But we pick the people who we want to be in power, and those people make the laws, and we have to abide by those laws. So rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. I hope her family continues and pursues to get the vindication that she deserves, get the peace that they deserve. I'm a black female living in this country, and my life always have mattered and will always matter. Black women are the most undervalued beings in this entire world. Okay? So the fight will never end. But I hope one day, it might not be in my lifetime, but one day I would hope protect the people that the laws are meant for. So yes, Breonna Taylor. So let me go ahead and let's see my comments and my questions also. Let me check the YouTube comments. Hi, all 18 of you in here. Welcome. How is everyone on this lovely Thursday night? Yes. So Wesley said that is so freaking messed up. Aaliyah said yes. You can't just pay us off and expect us to be okay with murder. Diane said, I'm white AF and so upset. I hope this doesn't bring a divide between the good people. I'm here in NY and grew up in mixed areas, so this is so messed up. Hell no, it's wrong, and Kentucky court can't fall to the bottom of the earth. Mike Tyson did his time and is taking the right path. Yes, Diane, I agree. Oh my gosh, Becca, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Congratulations, Becca, on starting your YouTube channel, and she posted her first video recently. So go ahead, Botanical Bex, right here on YouTube. Go check out her. She started her YouTube support, female support. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. Yeah, I'm lost, Erica. I don't understand why more people aren't charged in this case. So it's not just the boyfriend. Why aren't the other people charged in this case? All right, let's see. Where are these questions? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see the questions. So the first one is by Mander Plants. Any details on alocasia dormancy? No, I don't rock with alocasias. I have nothing. No, I never had one. Never want one. No, thank you. No, ma'am, not I. Crazy Skull Girl said, "What are your favorite Hoyas? I got into them after watching Jenna Marble's plant tour video." My gosh. My number one, honestly, favorite Hoya in general has to be Hoya compactas. Hoya compactas are my number one. They're so versatile. There's kinds of Hoya compactas, but they're part of the Cardosa compared is where the white variegated tail, which is created by Rick Moyer, a huge Hoya enthusiast that I follow, and he has an awesome little orange, Garfield looking kitty named Swiffer, and he created his own Hoya mix, and he called it Swiffer's tail. So that is another kind of the difference between that and a regular Carnosa is that, let's say this is the size of a Carnosa, compacta, and then this is the size of a Swiffer's tail. That's basically the main difference. Is the Swiffer's tail is ginormous. So that's one kind. I said the Jody Silver. There's the, gosh, what's the other one? There's a whole bunch of different kinds. I can't remember, but that I really love the Hoya linearis, and the sadness is that I lost both of my Hoya linearis because it was too hot and I didn't realize why my plant was shedding. But I guess I will make an updated video about that. It's so sad. I only have a little bit of things that I managed to root. So I'm so happy about those. My other favorite definitely has to be the, what is it called? The line that I own. Gosh, what's the other kinds that I love? The Hoya rotundiflora is one of my top favorites. I didn't mention it first, but Hoya rotundiflora is another one of my favorite ones. I'm really into Hoyas with different foliage, so that is one of my favorite ones. And I love my Weyettii variegata or Kentiana variegata. There's huge speculations or huge discussions about what it's called, so whatever you want to name it, anyways, it's none of my business. As long as the green with the white inside, okay, is the one I'm talking about that my friend Monica got me. And for now, those are my faves. I love them so much. They're so different, and I love just seeing them grow, and I'm like, holy moly, what's cooking good looking. So yes, Crazy Skull Girl. Next one is fertilizing. Zepotech Green said fertilizing. Oh my gosh. Fertilizing is something that I've been learning more about and discovering what my plants need, and just knowing, the K, the N, the P's, what those, different elements mean. What is this? What those different elements mean, and what that means for the health of your plant, whether it's a flowering plant or whether it's a cacti or it's a fruiting plant, whatever the plant is, the needs of it. So for fertilizing, I definitely want to do a bigger video, but just to do. Hi Amy, love you too. How you doing? Let me stop stealing Wendy Williams things before she come in. Send me a little cease and desist. On the East Coast. So fertilizing, as you all know, I've been on this journey using the I've always been using Super Thrive. I love Super Thrive. since I watch difference in my plants in general, I add Super Thrive to every water that I put in all of my plants. Or sometimes if I don't add Super Thrive, I just make sure that water is purified. But I use Super Thrive in all of my water, and I also have been using liquid dirt to fertilize all of my plants because it's just a good neutral fertilizer that you can use on, you know, like gardens. You can use them on just like trees. You can use them in like your edible plants and your flowering plants, on your Hoyas. It's just a gentle fertilizer. I love, I swear by fish emulsion. Fish emulsion is my holy grail. I love fish emulsion, and that is when you have to really be careful when it comes to the dilution, because that is something that you might be. Oh, botanical bags. Since you mentioned it, my code, which is my name, PamellaPierre, which is PamellaPierre, you get 25% off of your $20 order at liquiddirt.com. So I believe the liquid dirt, nano powder itself is like $35 or something like that. So you save 25% off of that and anything else you want to add onto your order. So use my code liquiddirt.com, 25% off, PamellaPierre. Thank you so much. I love that. So I mentioned fish emulsion, liquid dirt, Super Thrive. I will have all of those after this live stream goes up. I will have all of those linked down. So if you use the links that I post, I make a little bit of commission on the Amazon because you're using my Amazon store account. So take your time and wait until I update, please. Thank you. So yes, I also have, I love for my Hoyas and for my orchids. I love to use the orchid mist, like the orchid mist fertilizer. I love those for my Hoyas, and I put them on like my Ripsalis. I put them on some of my peperomias, and I even spray them a little bit. I spray them a lot on my Hoyas for promoting flowering. I haven't gotten any flowers yet, but we do it for, happiness and positive thoughts. So I also use, gosh, I know I said I'm gonna make another video, but I use my aquarium water sometimes because it's real natural fertilizing water. I don't want to flash y'all. Real natural fertilizing water. So I actually used to have a brackish aquarium water, and since I pretty much learned, you could use your aquarium water, I transitioned my brackish water into just being pure non-saline containing water in order to use it to water my plants. So I don't use salt in my aquarium anymore. Those are some of the ones that I do want to mention. I have a few others that he asked me to do a winter watering routine last year, and I ended up not. There are certain plants that stop growing, but most plants, more often than not, are still growing throughout the seasons because we are providing them that neutral indoor temperature. We are providing them that constant, more often than not, third time's a charm, lighting that they can grow. Diane, I don't use humidifiers. I don't. I have 2 humidifiers. I do not use either one. What's the other one? That really popular one. I did a Christmas haul about it. Let me see. I'll have that link down below too. What is what is that one? Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about? The Level-It. I also have a Level-It humidifier. I use the Level-It more for me instead of my plants because, again, I'm not really crazy about humidity in my home because I have a lot of wood furniture and I don't want all that This video is like always bugging. Am I disconnected or am I connected now? Okay. So next topic. Natasha 2569 said, how do you take care of the plants that you have in your windows during the NYC winters? Oh my gosh. I think that's one of like the best questions I have ever. Let me put my back away. And that's one of the best questions I think I've really received, and it depends on which window. So I take 3 window spaces in my home, the 2 in my room and the 1 in the kitchen. One of them in my room I keep open all year round, pretty much through rain and snow, and like as long as I need some fresh air, that window stays open. The other one I keep a bit more like sensitive plants, like my string of turtles, some other, what other plant is there? My pileas, some Hoyas, some more sensitive Hoyas. I keep them in that window, but I close it during the winter, and that's so it doesn't get that cold draft. The ones in my kitchen, that window is open wide. Every single type of element for the weather has gone onto that video. I think I have to change my light. Whew. It's a little too bright, I think. Right? Oh, I think that's a bit better. Yeah, I think. Okay. So I keep the plants that I know can handle that cold sort of temperature. So I keep my syngoniums, my money tree, my fiddle leaf fig tree, my monsteras I keep there, and I also keep my cacti. I keep my ZZ plants over in the window over there, so those get all that cold air. So I keep sort of like hardy, tough plants in the windows, and the ones that are softer foliage, that are more sensitive, I keep them at a window that is closed so they don't get the cold breeze during the winter, if that makes sense. It should make sense because I explained it. But I pretty much trained my plants and the muscle memory, if that makes sense. That you get all 4 seasons, okay? You get summer, spring, autumn, and winter. You get it all, and you're gonna grow, and they're pretty much happy with those elements. So yeah, I keep it simple. My real struggle this year though was summertime, because I'm very aware and conscious of the cold for my plants, but in the summer a lot of them I did not realize, because I did not have them for an entire 4 seasons, needed more watering. And that was my Hoya linearis, which I realized this year, because that is why I lost both plants. It was getting dry too fast, and we had a point in New York where for a few weeks it was just, with humidity, it was like in the hundreds every single day. So the earth was not enjoying just being dry. So unfortunately I don't have both my linear, but I found a good deal, so I might just commit to it as like my congratulatory noise in all of my live streams, right? There always has to. So I think I'm just gonna commit and get another Hoya linearis from where I think I want to get it. But other than that, I think we had a good live stream, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you for watching. You're amazing. You're the best Cookie fam ever, and I couldn't do what I'm doing right now without you. And we will continue to grow, because I always say, let's get growing. I love you all. Bye. Have a good night. I will see you all hopefully next Thursday. Krista! Hi! Hi, girl. How you doing? Good night, everybody, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I do have a new video coming out tomorrow. It's already uploaded on YouTube. It's gonna go live 10 a.m. tomorrow, and it is such a sad one. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you wouldn't know, but I purchased 16 plant cuttings, and it's new video 10 a.m.